There, it's Allison from OnlineTeacherAllison.com, where stay-at-home moms learn to teach online so they can earn an income from home. And today, I'm bringing to you my favorite online teaching gadgets. You don't need all of these if you're just starting out. I actually upgraded to these, but I want to bring them to you because I think they're totally worth it. These are my 5 favorite things, so here we go. When I first started teaching online, I used the built-in camera on my MacBook. But as you start teaching online, sorry about him, you're going to learn that the lighting is better if you upgrade to an external webcam. And one of the best ones is this. This is the Logitech C920X Pro HD webcam. And I can't actually show you the webcam because I'm using it. I use this for all of my classes. I use this for my videos. And it really does make a difference in lighting. I know it's not great right now. I've got to figure stuff out. It's my ceiling fan, actually. The lighting is better, and it just gives a better feel for your classes because as you're holding up things like your props, like when I would hold these up, it gave a crisper picture than my webcam did. So while you don't need this if you're just getting started, and I definitely don't recommend it, I recommend using your webcam until you're ready to upgrade. It is a great upgrade, and you can find it on sale for Amazon Lightning deals. And by the way, I've got all of these things linked. Some of them are affiliate links, some of them are not. Affiliate links will not cost you anything extra. They just give me a very, very small percentage. All right, my next favorite ones, this is actually something that you need when you're getting started, is you need a headset with a built-in microphone, because if you're just using the speakers on your computer, your microphone, whether it's built into your computer or external, it's going to pick up your students talking and they're going to get an echo. And I've had it on my end with my students because they don't have headphones, and I hate it. It gives me a headache, and it's really distracting. So you as the teacher, to create the most professional environment you can, get external headphones. Some people just use like regular headphones or AirPods. I really like ones you can plug in simply because I don't have to deal with Bluetooth. It's always plugged in and it's ready to go. My favorite are these MPOW headphones. These are linked. These are an affiliate link. You can get these for pretty cheap. They're on sale often too. So these MPOW headphones, you can see they're noise canceling. They've got a built-in mic, and they're really lightweight and they're really small. I don't like big bulky headphones like the gaming headphones. I've used those and I don't love it. So with these, they've got a headphone jack here and there's no controller. But if I want the controller for the volume and muting myself, so I've got mute, volume up, volume down, and turn off the volume. And this has a USB plug on the other end. So you just plug it into a USB port and you're good to go. I really like that this is just always set up. I constantly leave these plugged in unless I'm doing something like this where I use my better microphone. But for teaching, this is what I use always. I travel with these, so when I teach at my family's house, it's good to go. I don't have to do any extra setup. So this, my third one, is probably my favorite thing ever. I did not upgrade to this until last year, until I'd been teaching online almost 3 years. And it's dual monitors. So I have my main monitor here, and then I have an extra monitor here. If you're teaching ESL, you really don't need this because the camera and the lesson is on the same slide. But if you're teaching for a company, for like an online teacher marketplace, I have the best ones for you linked right here if you need it. Then you probably have your videos on one tab and then at least one lesson screen on another tab. And it gets really frustrating if you're on a MacBook to kind of flip back and forth. You can't see your students or you can't see the lesson and the screen is really small. So I teach math. So I have my video feed here because this is where my camera is. And then over here, I have our platform, our website where we do all of our math together, whichever website I'm using for the day. And so it makes it really easy just to turn back and forth. I don't have to keep toggling tabs. And if I do, it's only on one screen. I really recommend upgrading to this if you are doing something like that, like OutSchool or Varsity Tutor or any of the other non-ESL platforms, any of the teacher marketplaces, because it is less hassle. When I travel, I just teach on my MacBook, and I do notice the difference. It is something that does take it. It is a little pricey, especially if you don't have the monitors or the stand, but don't forget about thrift shops or used computer part stores, because they have a good deal. This is a used monitor, one of them is, and the other one came from my parents. They just had it lying around. They were like, here. And so it was a cheaper setup that way. So don't forget about those, because it makes it so much easier and cheaper. And I am all about finding cheaper things. So my fourth one, in order to do all of these things, so if you are a MacBook user like me, then you know they don't really have any USB ports. I had to buy an external USB port, and it just has one. And it didn't have enough. So what I did when I upgraded to my dual monitors is I also ended up with this docking station. This is the for your PC docking station, and you can see there's a ton of USB ports over here. So there's USB, HDMI, and also, since this is specifically for Mac, it has the MacBook plug. What is this, USB-C? Whatever Mac uses. Yeah, USB-C. And so it has multiple ports for that, multiple ports for USB. It has a port for Ethernet, so I plug in directly to my computer now, which before I had to plug in another bonus thing to my laptop, which was this for my Ethernet cable. This makes it so easy. Everything is always plugged in, and I just have a port that plugs into both of my MacBook things, and it's good to go. So when I do unplug, I just take that and I take my charger with me. So within this docking station, I have my Logitech webcam, I have my MPOW headphones, I have both of my monitors, and I have my printer, which I don't need on a daily basis. It's just nice to always have it plugged in, and my Ethernet, and the power supply for my computer, because computers die. So all of that is plugged into just this one port. I plug it into the two ports on my Mac, and we are good to go. And then when I'm not plugged in, it's just I unplug it, and it's just like my normal laptop. So it makes it super easy, super short and simple. And I just love that it's always here. It sits behind my monitors, so it's pretty much out of the way. It's plugged into my power strips down here. I have two power strips here, so there are a lot of plugs. So be ready for that, because my last and final one, you don't need this at all. I just love it. I love having, especially when I was teaching ESL, I had coffee that I would drink in between my classes. And when I first started, it was scalding. It needed like 5 minutes. But when it was ready to drink, I had students and they kind of frown upon that. So I got this hot plate coffee warmer. It is my favorite. You can see it's totally beat up. This is a Kosori. I'm going to try to find a link to this, but it was found on Amazon. It was like a birthday present one year. So I put my mug on top, and once it senses the weight, I can turn it on, and I can toggle the heat here, and it's automatic. It'll kind of decrease the temperature as it feels the decrease in weight as you're drinking it. So this is really great if you like tea, hot chocolate, coffee, some sort of hot drink, because if I put it in a Yeti, it was just scalding all morning. And if I put it in a mug, it was too cold. So this keeps it really warm. I can drink it slowly. And it's like one of my favorite things. So no, you do not need a coffee warmer. But if you are anything like me and you love to just work and drink coffee, this is the perfect little happy place buy for you. This is super cheap. You can find them all over Amazon. I'll see if I can find this one for you though. All of these again are linked in the description for you. And if you are ready to get started, then I have a freebie for you. This is going to teach you how to get started from step 1 to step 5, how to get started as an online teacher, and what you need to do to set up and what's not important. Like some of these things aren't important. Just use what's built in. But I do recommend headphones for sure. All right, so you can find that at onlineteacherallison.com/get started. It's completely free. It's a PDF download for you, and it should help you get started. All right, that is it for our short and sweet episode this week. I hope you're having a great week, and I will see you next time. Chat soon.